Hey everybody, Davey Stallo here with another edition of Rocky Mountain Rankings Saturday, where we rank the songs off albums and sometimes rank the album covers. Today we're ranking the songs off of Hawkwind's Sonic Attack. I got it right this time. Not Sonic Hedgehog or Sonic Temple, Sonic Attack. For those who are unfamiliar with Hawkwind, basically started out in 1969 by Dave Brock and a whole bunch of others. At one point, they've had a number. They've had a number of personnel changes over the years. Quite a few, too many to keep track of. At one point, they had Lemmy of Motorhead. He started out with them on bass, and at one point, I believe in 1976, 75, 76. He got busted for drugs at the border going to Canada. Dave and the boys got sick and tired of his antics, so they left him there. And they probably did the world a favor, because otherwise we'd never know the great band Motorhead. So, but anyway, let's get into this. For those who don't know how this works, I start with my least favorite and work out my favorite. And if you're familiar with Hawkwind, you know their music is unique. I mean, it's just constantly churning. There's hardly ever a break. If there is, it's a break where it flows. They stop with one type of melody and go into an entirely different universe. So, and anyway, this album was released on October 18th, 1981. The players on it: Dave Brock on electric guitar, keyboards, vocals; Hugh Lloyd Langton on electric guitar and vocals; Harvey Bainbridge on bass, keyboards, and vocals; Martin Griffin on drums; and Michael Moorcock vocals on Coded Language, where it's more speaking than vocals. He's not really singing; he's just talking. And Michael Moorcock, he contributes a lot of the lyrics on this album. He's I believe, a science fiction writer. Let's see here. Yeah, English writer, best known for science fiction and fantasy. So, and he's, I guess, a big fan of Hawkwind. So, anyway, he provides lyrics to quite a few of the songs. And it's basically an album about controlling the mind through the spoken word, kind of a science fiction God, can't think of the word. My gosh. Oh, opera. Science fiction rock opera. There you go. God, I couldn't think of opera. Oh. I'm doing this after 11 o'clock. It's almost 12 o'clock. So it's been a long day. I would have had this done earlier, but I got dragged away. So anyway, let's get into this. 10 songs. If you go on to YouTube Music, they got one there, a version with 20 songs on it, but we're not going to include the outtakes and different versions of songs and stuff. 10 songs is enough. Okay, starting out with my least favorite, working on my favorite. And got a mosquito or fly in here. What the heck is that? Oh. Excuse me, we got to get rid of a fly. Sorry about that, everybody. We had a little bee or something flying around in here. Thought I heard something earlier. But, God, I had to chase them around the room. So, okay. No more interruptions for bees. Okay, let's get into this. Now, Starting with my least favorite, number 10, Coded Language. This one is the one that Michael Moorcock speaks on, and it's basically, it's music with him speaking words and doing a little story. So, not a big fan of it, you know. So, anyway, that's number 10. Number 9, Disintegration. Kind of not a big fan of that one. No, it's not bad. It just because I'm saying I'm a bleh, not a fan of it doesn't mean it's terrible. I skip over it, but it's part of this story, so it has to be there. Number 8, Lost Chances, good rocker. Uh, Ends the album, so good little rocker. Um, Number 7, Living on a Knife Edge is okay. Not a big fan. Number 6, Virgin of the World. This one is really interesting. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Pink Floyd around the Adam Hart Mother metal period. Maybe maybe with a little earlier, of more, but good little tune. Of course, that's the first time I heard it. That's the first thing that popped in my head is Pink Floyd. 5, we're in top 5 of 5. Sonic Attack. Here we got music with Dave Brock speaking, telling a little story how you must resist. But it opens the album. Good opener. But if you're listening, if you're looking for singing on that one, no. Number 4, Streets of Fear, good rocker, strong, getting stronger here. Number 3, Psycho Sonia. This one is really interesting. It follows my number 2, which is Rocky Pass, which is really good rocker. Just flows into this one, and it's really interesting. It's starts out with a whole music plus with a whole bunch of people. It sounds like a whole bunch of people speaking, and then it's got Dave Brock basically yelling. But I kind of dig it. So, like I said, number 2 is Rocky Pass. It's really good, and number 1 is Angels of Death. Awesome song. I mean, the second time I heard this song, I just latched right on and said, "This is going to be my number 1," and I was right. So, good album. Their heaviest album, I would say. Uh, is it their best one? Probably not. Uh, I lean more to their earlier stuff, especially Warrior on the Edge of Time. Yeah, Warrior on the Edge of Time. I love that album. Though their first albums, their earlier stuff, all their earlier stuff's really great. You got Hawkwind, In Search of Space, Do Re Fa Sol La Ti Do, Hollow the Mountain Grill, and Warrior on the Edge of Time. Uh, right, about that time that Lemmy was kicked out of the band. I think they were on that tour for Warrior when he was kicked out. But they've got a lot of albums out. I mean, they're still going. I mean, their last one was Somnia, released last year, 2021, and they got a number of they've got some released as Church of Hawkwind, uh, Psychedelic Warriors, uh, Hawkwind Light Orchestra, a couple under that name, Hawk Lords, but it's still all Hawkwind. So, but there you have it. Ranking of the albums off of Sonic Attack. Little recap: Angels of Death, Rocky Pass, Psycho Sonia, Streets of Fear, Sonic Attack, Virgin of the World, Living on the Edge of on the Knife's Edge, Knife Edge, Living on a Knife Edge. Get it out there eventually. Lost Chances, Disintegration, and Coded Language. Check it out. Like to leave your own ranking of this album down below if you want to. Please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I'm not the best speaker around, but I try. That's all we can do in this world is try. Do our best. Sometimes we get a little discouraged. Been a number of times I've been discouraged, but I've decided, if I don't get a lot of subscribers, so be it. But I got some, and those who subscribe, I really appreciate you. Those who watch my videos, I really appreciate it. Helps out my channel. Hopefully this coming winter, when I have more time, I've been trying to take advantage of this good weather we've been having lately. I mean, it was a hot summer. I don't know if it was hot where you were, or where you are. Yeah, where you were. Where you are, but it wasn't overly hot here. It was just day in, day out, just the same basic temperatures, the 90s. We had very few days in the 80s, and in fact, I don't think we had any rain until near the end of August. It was just dry, and hot. Did I get sick and tired of it? A little bit, but every time I started complaining, I thought of how bad I dislike winter. I mean, winters here in northern Utah can get really bad. They're not as bad probably as the northern states or Canada. In fact, we had a friend stop by at the shop today, and he lives up in Minnesota, and he said the one time they got up to minus 65. That's Fahrenheit, minus 65 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that would be in Celsius. I don't do that stuff. But I'm like, dang, that is cold. I think the coldest I've been in is 9 degrees Fahrenheit, and that was awful. And that was up in the mountains. It's been cold, pretty close to that here in the Ogden, in the Ogden area. But this time we were up in the mountains deer hunting, and I went out to get a beer off. This was back when we could have kegs. I went to get a beer, and nothing would come out. It was so dang cold, the keg froze. So I can only imagine what would happen if it got a minus 65. I mean, wow. So, but anyway, it's cooled down. The temperatures are fantastic. They're in the 70s, low 80s, upper 70s. It's supposed to be in the 60s tomorrow. Either tomorrow or Sunday. This is Friday night when I'm doing this. So, in fact, it's almost 12 midnight. I can get my beauty sleep. But trying to take advantage, get things done outside painting, and yard work and whatever, you know, because eventually the temperatures are going to drop, and I'm not going to go outside unless I have to go to, especially when, have to go to work, come home and that crap. Not looking forward to it. So I know a lot of people think, well, we get to the mountains to go skiing. Well, I stay away from the mountains. I love the mountains. I love to go during the summertime, spring and summer and fall, but I will not go up there during the winter. So anyway, have a good weekend. I will see you Monday morning. Hopefully, I'll have rankings of Arion, albums of Arion, and that's going to be interesting to do. I got all the albums there, so I'll have. I won't be saying, well, I don't have this album, I don't have that album. I got them all. So interesting one-man band. And it's really, well, it's not really a one-man band. It's one guy that can write some music and does it. Arian Lukatson, I believe is his name. Great guy, smart. He's just marvelous. But he has a lot of guest singers. Had Flora Jensen from Nightwish. Can't remember who else. Tom Baker, who played Doctor Who on the Doctor Who series back in the 70s. Fantastic guy, great speaker. He was on the last album, Transitus. So, but anyway, hopefully that's what will be happening Monday morning. I'm going to be trying to do some more reviews. Got to get in the swing of things, But with winter coming, hopefully I'll definitely have more time. So, anyway, have a good weekend, and we'll see y'all then. And stay cool.